Oh my goodness, have a look at the truck. It's filthy. The trailer. The boss will not be happy. I'll have to give that a wash. Must have been all those dirt roads I went down. Oh well, off to the truck wash we go. G'day RJL crew, hope you're having a fantastic day today and your family's happy and healthy. Alright, what we're going to do today is have a look at the best 20 realistic mods that will improve the immersion of Euro Truck Simulator 2, make it more realistic and give you a, like I say, a more in-depth feel to the game, so that you feel like it's real life. So before we get started, just to let you know, I've started a virtual tracking company up called RJL Transport, and if you're interested in joining that, there'll be a link in the description. There's also a link there for my Discord if you want to ask any questions or whatever, or you can actually use the comment section down below and ask there. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. It's free, you might as well. And that way you'll be kept up to date with all the latest videos that I'm bringing out for you. All right, so we'll start at the top because that's the best place to start. And we'll go through these mods. I'll also go through some settings in-game that you can change that will improve the overall feel of the game and, like I say, the immersion. Okay, so the first one that we're going to take a look at is Realistic Rain. Now, there'll be links in the description for all these mods. I've tried to keep all of them free. In fact, all of them are free, and most of them are on the Steam Workshop, but there are a few that aren't. Now, just recently, it was brought to my attention that the mods that are on all mods, I think it's all mods or something like that. What is it? Let me check. I can't remember the name of it. Oh, Share Mods. That's right. On Share Mods and some other third-party mod websites that you're getting bombarded by ads. Now, I have an ad blocker on my computer, so I don't get ads bombarding me. I do turn it off for YouTube because it's their policy not to have ad blockers, but I don't turn it off for these other websites. So I advise you, if any of these links that I provide to you are on third-party websites and you're getting bombarded by ads and things trying to download and whatnot, use uBlock on your browser because it absolutely works, and I highly recommend it. Anyway, with that all said, let's get into this. So, yes, Realistic Rain. And what that does is it improves textures of raindrops from inside the cab, windshield and windows, higher resolution and better defined textures, increases the amount of raindrops on the windshield and windows, better texture for the exterior rain, better transparency and shorter lines, improved the effects and behavior of raindrops on the windshield and windows. So basically, it's improved the rain effects. It's got, and when I say effects, it's also improved the sound as well. So that's the first one I used because I found out of all the different rain effects and through a few suggestions from my crew that this is definitely the better one to go for. Now, this one here, the sound effects, I keep saying it in all my videos, this is the very first mod I go to whenever I'm creating a new profile. It's got to be the best thing to give you an overall immersion in the game because the sound effects that it creates or improves on just makes it that much better, and it sounds like real life. You're getting better ambient sounds, you're getting better truck sounds, you're getting better traffic sounds. So that's the sound fixes, and again, there will be a link to that in the description below. The next one I use is ETS2 All World Map 3.01, and what I'll do is, after I've shown you this, I'll go into the game and I'll show you how it works. It's either Russian or Yugoslavian, or I don't know what language. It looks Russian to me, So I'm guessing that's a Russian language. It's there, so you can't really read the description. But basically what it does is it provides a satellite background to your map. And again, I'll show you that now. Okay, so this is the background map, the all-world background. As you can see, it gives you a sort of a topographical background, but it covers basically all world wherever you're going to have your map and roads show up. Just quickly go through it so you can see. So just again, it just makes it a lot easier to see various parts of the map. Okay, and now the next one is really an optional one. I like it because in real life I change the voices on my GPSs. So Morgan Freeman's GPS voice, and again, this is just optional. If you choose to use it, it's up to you. But I use it because, like I say, I change the voices on my GPSs in real life, so that's why I've got it. And again, there will be a link in the description. Real AI traffic engine sounds. Now, I don't know if this conflicts with sound fixes above, but I haven't found that it does, and it doesn't mention that it does anywhere. So, but I've found that, yeah, the traffic sounds are so much better when I use this one as well. And again, because of that, it adds to that immersion, like I said, and you feel more surrounded by traffic. And it doesn't blow your ears out or anything like that. It just improves the quality of the sound. So that's another one to take a look at. Now, I'm going to skip this one quickly because it's actually part of the one below it, which is Transall Garage D-Deck. Now, the reason I put this in is it improves your large garages. So when you update your garage to large, it will improve the looks of the building, and it also allows you to put your own company logos on the signs and the trucks that are in it. So therefore, that's why I think it's more realistic, because then you have your own logos and signs. But again, you can get this on the workshop, and I'll leave a link to it. But this Sweeney's Big Garage Locators fix is part of that. And when you go to download any of these mods that I'm telling you about, always read the descriptions, because it will tell you anything else in there that you might need to change or adjust to make sure the mod works. And in this case, with the Transall Garage D-Deck, it recommends that you use the Sweeney's Big Garage Locators fix. And what that does is, prior to having this, I was finding also that if I spawn a trailer in that garage, when it's one of the Transall garages, that it was sustaining damage because it was being spawned in an area where it wouldn't fit, and therefore it was colliding with buildings and whatnot, and you were getting major damage to your trailer. But by using this Sweeney's Big Garage Locators fix, it prevents that, and it actually puts it in a position where it will not get damaged. So remember to use that. Again, there'll be links in the description. Okay, so now as you can see here, this is the large garage. So thought I'd fly in here and show it to you. Let's go up here. As you can see, you can put your own signage on it, RJL Transport. And let's go back here so you can see the truck. There's a truck with RJL Transport written on it. And like I say, it just improves the overall look of your garage. And with that add-on, it places trailers out the back here in an area where they're not going to get damaged. Before, they would be placed over here and end up hitting this part of the building, or spawning in a car and causing damage to the trailer. But with that Sweeney's add-on, or whatever it's called, they spawn out the back here so you can hook up to them. Makes it a lot easier. By the way, you can also drive up here, and that door opens and you can drive trucks up in here as well and display them if you want. But yeah, just sort of let you have a look at that. So there you go. All right. And the next one is the GDC Logistics. And what this does is it basically covers everything. It makes the economy more realistic. There's no description here, but in the workshop, there's a description of what it does. And basically, I'll summarize what it does so that you'll be able to check it out anyway in the description when you go to download it. Basically, what it does is it changes the economy in a way where fuel prices are more realistic. Traffic fines are more realistic. Job cost and, well, not cost, but payouts for jobs is way more realistic. And the best one that I've found so far. Now, if anybody knows of a better one, please let me know in the description below. But this covers everything. I used to have like 3 or 4 different economy mods to get what I can get out of this one alone, because I'd have to have an economy mod, a fuel prices mod, a traffic fines mod. I can't remember what the other one was, but I used to have at least 4 mods. This cuts it down to the one because it basically covers everything. So highly recommend this one for your economy, your realistic economy. But be prepared, because it is a realistic economy, it's not very easy to make money. And that's what it's like in real life. So that's why it's there. And again, this is really optional. Farsel's Cab Cats. Realistically, I used to take my cat with me when I was driving trucks and whatnot. And so I put it in there. Now, if you don't think it's something that you'd want, then by all means don't put it in. Again, it's optional. But what it does is it gives you a fully animated cat that either sits on the dash, the seat, or the bed in the sleeper. And you can choose where to put it, as long as the truck has that nodule or whatever node that you can use, like the dashboard node or whatever, or the bed node or whatever. This will replace or will put a cat in that place. So this is Farsel's cat. As you can see, he's stretched out on the dash, just checking out the sights. He'll probably take a look at me in a tick and give me a cute little look. There you go. He's just looking around the cab, and he'll stretch and yawn and go back to sleep just like a normal cat. So again, that's optional if you want to, and again, it's on Steam, and you can get the link down below. Daniel's random events mod. Now what that is, I've got this in here because again, it's more realistic, because it gives you random events on the road as you're driving along, like accidents, road works, etc. And it has over 450 different events in the ETS2 version. And it gives you a bit of an idea down here as we drag it down. This isn't all of them, by the way. Well, I don't think it is. And it just gives you, like I say, all the different events that you could possibly come across. It doesn't impact performance from what I've seen, but I can't guarantee it won't on your system, because everybody's system is different. But again, I haven't found any impact on performance, and it just, yeah, like I say, more immersion, because you come across all these different events and you've got to maneuver your way around them or get caught behind them or whatever. So it's just like in real life. Pivot camera is something I use for my videos. It's mainly to get scenic shots. Same with chasing camera. So they're not really for realistic. They're mainly for editorial purposes. Then we use, or I use the ETS2 new route advisor by XEBEKzs. I can never pronounce his name. I think it's XEBEKzs. I think that's how you pronounce it. Shout out to you, mate. I love this guy's route advisor, along with, if you don't want to use this one, you can use the Yarrow. They're both equally as good. I use this one in the realistic profile because it is more realistic, although it does give you a bar across the top, like a HUD, but it's very minimal, and it provides you with all the information that you need about your jobs and your truck and whatnot. These mods here are optional, so we're going to skip them. That's up to you whether or not you want to put them in. There's sound packs and engine packs. Then the next realistic one I use is icons, and what that does is it gets rid of those ugly green pop-up icons, like a green spanner or a green trailer or a green truck, or you get the idea. So it turns them into more realistic ones, such as this one you can see here. I'll pop into the game in a tick and show it to you. Okay, so what you can see here is the icons that it has replaced. So normally there'd be a green fuel can there, as it's your petrol bowser. But as you can see, It's been replaced with just that standard icon, and when you go over the top of it, it lights up just like the normal icon would do. And from inside the truck, you don't have any ugly green thing popping up in front of you. It's just that, like I say, it's that white marking on the ground, and you just drive over it and away you go. And also with the trailers, when you go to park them or pick them up, we'll have a look at this one around the back here. As you can see, it's just got the normal little white lines where the trailer would be parked, so you can pick it up, or if you're going to park it in there, it would just be these white lines, and you know the front and the back by because the front one is open and the back one's got the white line on it, as you can see there. Actually, let me jump outside so you can see it, if we can get in there. Yeah, see how you've got the closed white line on the back? That means that's the back where you've got to back into, and at the front it's opened up so that you know that that's the front. All right, then realistic mirror field of view. Now, I've had a few discussions with people, and they're telling me that you don't really need to use this because since the 1.51 update, the field of view has been improved in game. Again, your choice whether or not to use this. I still use it only because I haven't taken it out yet to test whether or not it's the same, which I'll do probably after this video just to make sure. But like I say, I use it because it makes the field of view way more like real life. It actually reduces the field of view so that you can see better where your trailer is and while you're reversing, etc. Again, links to that in the description. Realistic truck physics mod. Now, I've been told that Serial Black is better than this. I don't know if Serial Black does an ETS2 one. I was told that Serial Black's ATS one is better. I tried it, and I have to admit I didn't like it. I don't think Serial Black is better. He offers some settings for your steering and whatnot that might improve it, give more realistic feel to your steering, but I've already set mine up. And I find that the physics in this one produces better feel of the truck physics, suspension, etc. Whereas the Serial Black one just didn't seem to, it seemed too stiff. It seemed to say there was really no physics happening. Maybe I had it set up wrong, I'm not sure, but this is the one I use. Realistic Truck Physics by fucking, I don't know how to say it, 64. Frackin. I wasn't swearing. That's what his name is. Okay? So, yeah, that's another one that improves the immersion while you're driving along because the physics of the truck are way better. Then we've got digital mirrors for your Scania, Sreamline Scania RJL. What else? The T, the T4, the G, the R, the R700. So I'm not sure if in real life these trucks have digital mirrors because I haven't driven them in real life. I've mainly driven the Max and the Peters and stuff like that. But I've put it in there because I like it. And again, it's optional if you don't want it. Now, as you saw with the truck at the beginning of this video, it was extremely dirty and the boss won't be happy and he'll want me to give it a clean, and the trailer. This next mod, Dirt Tires, is part of or goes hand in hand with a mod that I'll show you in a tick. And it basically shows or provides dirty looking tires. So if you want to have that more realistic look to your truck, that it's been through some mud and dirt and dust, you can use these dirt tires and rims to give it that look. Again, more realistic. And I'll get to that mod in a tick that does that. In fact, I'll do it now and I'll skip back to the other ones. So the mod that the tire one goes hand in hand with is the Real Company Trailers and Trucks. Now, this is for owned and traffic or AI trucks and trailers. So you'll find that occasionally by using this mod, not only will you be able to create clean looking trailers and trucks, but you'll be able to create dirty looking trailers and trucks, just like the one at the beginning of the video. And also your traffic trucks, a few of them sporadically will be on the dirty side. So you've got this one here, which is volume 1, and you've got volume 2. Now, they don't have to be used together. You can use one or the other, or both. I use both. Why not? And it adds, again, so much more realism to the game because you've got dirty trucks. Just like in real life, if it's been raining or you've been down dirt roads, you'll get a dirty truck and trailer. So this gives it to you, along with that dirt, tyres and rims pack to complete the overall effect. So don't forget to get these ones. And again, the links will be in the description. Okay, and the last two ones that I use, I think that's the last two, is the real Eaton Fuller's transmission. That gives you your 18 speeds. You can see a list here, 10 speeds, 13 speeds, 18 speeds, 11 speeds, 15 speeds, and then it tells you the trucks. Lists all the trucks that it covers. And it's compatible with 1.51. And yeah, I highly recommend that because I love the 18-speed Eaton Fullers. I can't stand automatic trucks. And in Euro Truck Simulator 2, most of them are automatic. I fall asleep while driving automatics because they're that boring as far as I'm concerned. So I go with the 18-speed Eaton Fuller transmissions. Then we have real traffic density. And basically, it's exactly what it says. It increases the density of the traffic, but it doesn't just do it a carte blanche, or whatever they say. In other words, it's an overall effect. What it does is it actually changes it compared to the times of the day. So whatever time it is during the day, for example, if it was peak hour on the roads, then your traffic is more dense. If it's late at night when there's less traffic, then the traffic is less dense. So it alters it according to the time of day and therefore increases or decreases the amount of traffic according to that. And it works really well. So that I highly recommend that one. So they're all the, like I say, they're all the mods that I use apart from all these other optional ones, which you can choose to put in or take out, whatever you want. I use Pro mods as well, Middle East, and just the Pro mods Euro. To me, that's all I need in the realistic, apart from those sound effects that I've used. And yeah, that way I'm getting as close to a realistic simulator as I can. And of course, you're not going to have it like real life because no game is, but that's about as close as you're going to get. Now, what I'll do is I'll jump into the game and I'll show you the settings that I change. So be right back. Okay, so here we are in the game, in the options section of the game, and this search bar is heaven sent. Out of everything that I've seen SES do, this would have to be by far the best added feature that I've seen in a long time. Because of the fact that you've got so many different adjustments and options in the options, it's been a struggle to find them in the past because you've had to scroll through everything to find it and hope that you didn't miss it and then have to go back. With this, you just simply type in what you're looking for and voila, there it is. So I highly recommend that you get used to using this because you will find that this makes it so much easier to do anything in-game. Okay, so onto the settings that I changed to make this more realistic. So first of all, the first thing I do is I make sure that fatigue, which is not on, I didn't know that, should have been on. Fatigue is turned on. I know why it was turned off because I was doing a video before this and yeah, I turned it off for that video. But the first thing I do is I turn on fatigue, and by simply typing in fatigue in the search bar, it comes up. Now what will happen is, for example, let's say we do this. The next setting that I change is traffic offences. Now you'll see down the bottom here, and I'm just doing this to give you a bit of an idea of how the search facility works. You'll see down the bottom here that it also says that there are more search results in graphics and audio. And down the bottom here, there are little yellow dots above graphics and audio. So if you're looking for something and you're not quite sure where it is, type it in. And if it's not the one you're looking for, if it's something else, it may be that it's in one of these other ones that has a little yellow dot above it, and it will also tell you up here. So by clicking that, it will take you to another traffic thing, which is traffic volume, and then graphics, traffic headlights. All right, so just so you know how that works. But again, like I say, I turn on traffic offences. So we turn on fatigue, traffic offences, and then the next one I'll do is parking. Okay, so I'm looking for parking dialogue. Now, is that in interface? Automatic, there it is. Automatic parking dialogue. I turn that off. All right, I make sure that is off, because what that does is when you reach your destination, a dialogue will be displayed within the route advisor, allowing you to skip parking. I don't believe that, in a realistic profile that you should skip parking, because you want to be doing exactly what you would do in real life. So I turn that off. All right. So the next one is heavy cargo warning screen. Now, the reason I turn that off is basically the same thing about the automatic parking dialogue. It displays a window showing the capabilities of the player's current truck before accepting a heavy cargo job. Now, some people keep that on because they want to make sure that their truck meets the requirements for the job. But again, I switch it off because in real life, you're not going to get a warning screen that pops up on your windscreen or in your truck. It says your truck's not capable of this job. So I switch that off to keep it real as far as I'm concerned. But again, optional. You can turn it on or off. It's up to you. The next one is, this one is parking difficulty. Now, a lot of people will say that it should be on skilled parking. Some will say it needs to be on safe parking. Now, I don't believe it should be on always select, and I don't think anyone else does either. But I put it on random parking because what that does is whenever you get to the job, it will randomly decide whether or not it's an easy parking or a skilled parking or a medium parking job. And that's exactly what it's like in real life. When you're going to a job and you finally get to the destination, you don't know what the parking's going to be like until you get there. So it's random. It may be hard, it may be easy, it may be medium. That's why I put it on random, because that way it's more like in real life. But some people will say to you, it's always hard, so you should always put it on skilled parking. Again, that's up to you, totally up to you. I put it on random because I found when I was driving trucks that it was random. Sometimes you get a really easy job. Sometimes you get a really hard one. So again, your choice, but I always leave it on random. The next one is, this one. Yeah, this one's definitely what you should do for immersion and realistic. It's the advanced trailer coupling. Okay, now what that does is it enables advanced coupling, which requires greater precision to align the truck's fifth wheel with the trailer's kingpin. When disabled, coupling a trailer becomes much easier as there is no collision between the kingpin and the fifth wheel. So I turn that on because that's exactly what it's like in real life. You've got to make sure that you line that kingpin up with the fifth wheel, or else you're not going to get it to lock into position, and you can cause damage if you back in too quickly or on the wrong angle. So I always had that on. Makes the game harder, but it's just like it is in real life. And then the last one is realistic fuel consumption. And the words, it says it all, realistic fuel consumption. That's why I turn it on, because it is more realistic, and therefore you'll either go through quicker or slower depending on your driving style, depending on the terrain, the jump ups, hills, declines, inclines, whatever. You will use or more or less fuel depending on your driving style, if you get what I mean. So that's why I have realistic fuel consumption on, because it offers a more realistic immersion to the game. All right, so they're the 7 settings. They're the 20 mods. And if there's anything I've forgotten, please let me know down in the comments, because I can't think of anything. So, yeah, if you enjoyed the video and it was helpful, please give me the thumbs up. If it was not what you enjoyed, please give me the thumbs down. Again, if you haven't subscribed, you might as well. It's free, helps me out immensely. And also, if you're looking for a way to support the channel, that'll be down in the description and in the comments as well. And don't forget about the VTC. If you're interested in joining our group, we have fun all the time. We go on convoys on the weekends. And yeah, we do events and giveaways and yeah, you name it. It's great. So if you're interested, again, the links will be down in the description. And if you did enjoy it, please share it with a friend. And hopefully we'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.